Hey, what's up, boys? Welcome back. Ragnarok here with episode 71 of our Mortal Empires Bretonnia campaign.
Blessings of the lady be
Alright, so
upon you.
previously we finally defeated another of these chaos armies here. The force actually gave us quite a bit of trouble. We finally finished them off, and we've got these two armies to finish off. This is just a single general at the moment, but I would imagine they're going to start recruiting troops at some point. We'll try and weed them out, clear them out before that's possible. So what I'm thinking as the plan here is to have these armies come around here and meet at Kofur.
My strength and
I
wisdom
think
are yours.
is what I want to do.
Oh, yes.
Just gonna move you back a little bit there. Take you out of force march. Unfortunately,
My reputation
what does he
precedes
get
me.
for? Yeah. It's weird that the naval units, they took the raiding stance away from the naval units. I don't get that, but anyway. I mean, it would be cool to have some different options for stances for the naval units to add a little bit more variety to the strategy using your fleets, especially now that you can actually manually resolve the battles out in the ocean. You just got to be careful of this stack. We've got to stay away from them. But what I kind of want to do is I want to bring these guys
If you insist.
over here, come down around this way, and we'll probably encamp all the way down through here. Pick up some knights for Valkyrie's army, and or actually we'll be picking up knights for Albrecht's army. Maybe put the archers in Valkyrie's army.
Lord.
Yeah, we need to do that. Oh, I should probably have upgraded that. Yeah, alright, let's hit that. No champions of Bordeaux. Yeah, so as soon as we can start encamping over here, we'll get those forces ready. And we kind of need her to... alright, let's go with that.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
What does he have for... Yeah, he's got nothing. We need somebody with the peasant's duty over here, because these archers are just not packing enough of a punch. Alright, so we're doing Death's Grip for the attack right now. The one for the Green Tide might not be a bad idea, but what I think I'm gonna do after that, so what I really want to get is Harbor Master Bribes, Registered Draft, and Professional Archers. That wouldn't be bad too. I think I will definitely want to go down this line next. So start working towards that, but we'll creep down here slowly, and as soon as the opportunity is there for us to take this settlement, we'll have Flint come in and take it. Though I guess, you know what, I think he's got time to come out and grab this treasure, and we'll come back down around. I think we'll do that.
Devotee of the lady, making my way.
Let's have you pick this up. Landing on a small island, your warriors stumble upon an encampment debris and spilled accoutrements suggest the original incumbents left in a hurry. Then a roar pierces the air. Something is coming. Scavenge what you can and scaper. Mushroom stew. Your army will form battle in shiny boots and fresh recruits. Let's go with that. Favorable winds. Alright, cool. And treasury plus 1500. Got any more treasure down there? We got treasure there and there. Yeah, alright, let's continue coming down the coast here.
Taking my leave. My magic is yours.
And let's continue the force march. Guess we'll head towards that first. There might be some other stuff here that maybe we can't see. possibly. I'm not sure. But anyway, that looks good. So that's the situation here in the desert. I don't think this settlement is under threat at the moment. Garrison is slowly replenishing from the fights that we had, but it just would be nice to secure this entire province. We can keep the public order a little bit more under control. And we're already set up here. Now there was something I was actually pining over the map last night. One of the things I like to do when I'm sort of not recording episodes is I will load up a campaign and just scour over the map. I love looking at these fucking maps. It's such a fucking good job. And yeah, I mean, look at this thing. This map is fucking gorgeous. I mean, I love some of the Total Wars, but I don't think there's any doubt that this is the best Total War. And I mean, the terrain, for me, one of the biggest things with this campaign map is the terrain and just the different options that you have as far as strategy, moving through the different terrain and things like that. Like, I think it adds a different dimension that I don't know. I don't think really any of the I mean, I guess it's the terrain it definitely plays a factor in the other Total Wars, but with the climate suitability and stuff like that, I think they really nailed it with that. Like, I think they've done a fucking perfect job. Alright, so Schwarzhofen is headed towards rebellion, so we're going to have to deal with that. And I do want to come down here and secure this province if we can, but it looks like our allies are going to do that for us. But in any case, let's just move a little bit quicker here, and that way, we can completely replenish next turn. We can get some, put these guys into in-camp stance and replenish next turn. And potentially start moving down this way. Alright, so what I was looking at in the campaign map is the Lizardmen. And I was actually testing this out, what we could do to get defensive alliance with them. So if we offer to join war with these guys, the Lizardmen will actually do it for, I think it was like, let's try this. Alright, so that's not quite enough. But I'm pretty sure we can get this defensive alliance and... ah, shit. And then that way... alright, perfect. That should improve our relations quite a bit, and that will save us a lot of trouble. Especially if the Lizardmen confederate with one another. But, I mean, if we're on good terms with Mazda Mundi, then we should be on good terms with the rest of them. It's actually... let's actually come down here and check that out. And see... is improving. But yeah, this is good. I mean, look at the list of alliances, and I think the key with having alliances in this game is just making sure you're all at war with the same people. If you're at war with the same people, then it improves your relations, obviously. The different military actions and things like that. Alright, so I don't want to. We already spent quite a bit there. I don't want to spend any more on that, but that's great. So if the Lizardmen do confederate, then we will have this whole continent. We won't have to worry about conquering that whole continent. I would imagine this is Skaven down here, and probably this area that we can't see, probably also Skaven. So maybe that is something. Once we get down here to Lothern, we might send a force over here to take this territory, because I mean, if this area would be completely protected. This area is kind of the first area to be attacked by chaos. I mean, chaos can potentially go one way or the other, but this area not so much protected. But over here, it's just kind of tucked away in the back of the map, so we might want to consider going down that way. But more than likely, probably want to take control of all of Uthwan first before we worry about that. I don't think there's anything else for us to do, really. We've got
Paladin of Bretonnia.
Galahad headed this way. Oh, you know what? We can actually recruit another paladin. What is the... I guess it's is it the stables building that we need for paladins? Yeah. Yeah, we should be building these everywhere so we can get more recruitment rank for paladins. I think once these troops are ready for Lewin's army, more than likely what I'm gonna do is just fill the rest of his army out with paladins. I think the two damsels is fine, and then just fill them out with paladins. But I think we can recruit another one. We'll recruit it here. And then the other thing I was thinking was I do want to get some of these Royal Hippogriff Knights. Maybe we'll have one general pick up a handful of those, and that's what he will command, is those Hippogriff Knights. So just but we'll wait on that for the time being. Alright, let's grab this guy. I like the additional speed. See how this works out. And let's
Hero of Bretonnia.
Alright. So we're gonna rename him, actually. What do I want to name him? So I don't know if you guys are... I mean, it's another fantasy series. One of my all-time favorites. It's so good. The author is R.A. Salvatore. And it's the Dark Elf saga with Drizzt Do'Urden. Yeah, the legendary Dark Elf. I guess we'll give him a hedge wizard because he's gonna be destined for Lewin's army, I believe. We'll get him over there. And see if we can get him to help out. Tomb Raider's not really necessary for him, I guess. Guarded Warhorse, and let's put him on a Pegasus right away. I don't think we're gonna be using any of this stuff. Public Order be useful. I think we'll go Deadly Blade and Armor. I don't know if armor is better or if hard to hit is better. The armor is pretty huge in these games. Pretty important. So getting plus 15 armor on any of your heroes, I think does make a pretty big difference. But anyway, so you, sir,
Paladin of
will
Bretonnia.
be heading over this way.
I am yours.
Another thing I was thinking is, I know I've been saying that I'm gonna raise this this province, but now that I'm thinking of it, you look at the climate suitability, maybe it just makes better sense to secure this province and raise this province. The suitability is not there, and we can defend from here. I mean, it'll be a little bit trickier to defend because we potentially go for either of these settlements. But the thing is, these settlements already built up quite a bit. I mean, it just would seem like such a waste to burn them to the ground. I mean, this one's already level 4. I mean, when you take this settlement, it gets knocked down one level, but unless you sack it, where I think if you sack it, it gets knocked down 2 levels. But yeah, it just seems like such a waste to come over here and raise those. So maybe we will actually take them. All right, public order, a little bit of an issue here. Public order, a bit of an issue here. Yeah, we've got some public order problems. I am just wondering. Oh, and public order is actually a big fucking problem here. This is all the chaos corruption. Just wondering, when we fight this army from Avalor, if we should actually hold on to the Sword of Cain for a change. Which I'm thinking to do, but we have to make sure that we can actually manage the public order if that's the case. Is there any heroes that we haven't moved?
Do you know who I am?
He's gonna stay here. It's really interesting. The Bretonnians, if you leave your generals in why can't I click on this guy? That's rude. Oh, okay, these guys are available lords, I believe. Available for recruitment. Anyway, yeah, what I was saying is the Bretonnians, they don't actually get negative traits from sitting in the settlements, and it actually gives them positive traits over time, especially if you have the chapels there. But I mean, these guys, you leave sitting in the settlements, I think they start getting a trait that gives them public order bonus. And then if you have the chapels there, you have the chance to remove the negative traits. So I think that's something different than the some of the other factions, and different from some of the other Total Wars. Like Rome 2, if you leave your generals sitting in the settlements, they start to get negative traits. They get like foul-mouthed, I think, and you start to get negative public order effects because of that. You know, I was thinking too, because of the way that the Bretonnians recruit, that you don't get the additional upkeep costs of the generals, and while the additional like 15% every time you recruit a general on legendary difficulty, you get the additional plus 15% upkeep costs. I think it's like the supply lines penalty. So if you have 10 generals, you get, or 11 generals, I guess, you get 150% additional upkeep cost of all your units across all your armies. But you don't, because of the way Bretonnia works, you don't get that penalty. But I mean, I think that's a little bit more of a throwback to the older Total Wars, sort of, where the older Total Wars, you didn't have, like, armies didn't have to have units, like you could recruit units anywhere. You didn't have to, they didn't have to necessarily be recruited and put in an army right away with a general. So you could have kind of units everywhere, and kind of in the same way, like the Bretonnians, you can have smaller forces all over the place. Like you don't necessarily have to have full stacks. You can just recruit a general and just pick up 1 or 2 units. So I mean, it's kind of a little bit like the older Total Wars, the recruitment system, sort of. I mean, it's, yeah, gives you a little bit more flexibility strategy wise, whereas the sort of the rest of the factions, the way they play, you don't necessarily have as much flexibility with armies, and you can't get as many generals in the field at once. Anyway, I'm not sure if I explained that the best, but what can you do? Right, so we'll get back into a little bit of the lore, probably the next episode I record for this series. I think I am just yeah, like the most everything is packed. I'm moving. What day is today? Thursday. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I have the day off from work tomorrow, and then Friday I am moving, and pretty much everything is packed away, and I just don't want to rummage through everything to get the lore book out, and I'm gonna have to find something else to close out the campaign because the chapter of the book about King Arthur that we're going through, the chapter on the Ladies of the Lake, which I hope you guys are finding interesting, and I hope it relates to this in some form, in some shape or form. But we're just about finished that chapter, so I don't know. I don't know how popular it would be if I went back to talk about a little bit more of the Adam Smith and the Wealth of Nations, or we can find something else to talk about. Or I guess we don't necessarily have to talk about anything really in particular. We just enjoy the interns and just enjoy the campaign. But I'm hoping to finish this off soonish. I don't know. I think with our allies, we've got a good chunk of the map, and I'm hoping once we defeat the high elves, we can start to look to finish off the campaign, because there's a lot of new stuff that I want to get to. Not to mention Three Kingdoms Total War's coming out soon, and I mean the most popular by far campaign on the channel right now anyway is the Empire campaign. So I mean, potentially I wouldn't mind getting more videos of that uploaded, or just focusing on the stuff that's more popular for you guys, that's the stuff that you guys want to see. But yeah, I don't know, but I mean, there's still quite a bit to do here in this one, so we'll see how things go. I'm probably thinking to up the episode length by quite a bit. I might even, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be probably at least hour-long episodes, but I might even go for longer than that, depending on how I feel and depending on what I want to get done for the channel. So like I said, I want to start doing some newer stuff. Secure influence. Alright, that's fine. You guys want to secure your influence. Which, imminent incursion. Hi, fuck me sideways. Let's have you come pick this up, and then we'll have you come back this way. While sailing on the high winds, you look at spotted something on the waters to the stern. You may have been of interest to you, but you were sailing too fast to identify what it was. Such a default stance before returning to the location to take a closer look. Oh, bloody hell.
Going forth.
Oh my gosh.
Leaving glory awaits. I go thither.
Oh my gosh, to have
Very
to
well, I
fucking...
go. Taking my leave.
Here we go. Alright, the ocean springs into use, but the bloated corpse of a massive sea monster is floated to the surface of nearby straits. Although its carcass swells dangerously with noxious gases, you know that the belly of such a gargantuan monster can potentially yield numerous valuable treasures. Salvage mission may be a risky endeavor, however, as it is likely that the other salvagers have also caught wind of the opportunity. Loot the carcass. Oh shit. Whoops. Oh yeah, for fuck's sake. Mother fucker. Alright, sorry Captain Flint. Yeah, we should have just waited there, I guess. It didn't actually kill him though, so that's okay. Wow. Actually survived, but he lost an item there. Anyway, surprised that he survived. Sorry, I forgot that. I forgot that
Moving out.
that we have to fight the battle there.
So.
Yeah, that's what the event message was getting at. Where did the other army go? Alright, well, we've got to go back.
We have
We've got to
met
double
before.
back to El Hakik.
Do you know who I am?
Just wondering if we should hire another general here. Someone that's going to command. Actually, yeah, let's bring back Foucault, the exile. He's a little bit higher
Do you
level.
know who I am?
And I believe he's for fuck's sake. A chivalry code. Why do
My
you have the
strength
chivalry
and
code?
wisdom are yours.
Yeah. I'm gonna replace him with Napoleon the Exile. We'll use Foucault for something else.
My reputation.
Alright, tell
precedes
me. Alright. The War Militia. What the fuck? Why do you have that? We were. Oh, I don't think we can recruit a lord here in this province. Alright, well,
Protector
anyway.
of the realm. My reputation.
I want you
precedes me.
in there.
Yes.
And we're going to transfer these
Blessings of
troops
the
over
lady
to
be
him.
upon you.
Yeah, so we're going to have to double back here
Indulge you.
to prevent the rebellion, or at least fight the rebellion when it happens. And we also need to get these guys replenished, because they are in motherfucking hard shape right now.
Do you know who I
Do
am?
want to get some Knights of the
Very
Realm
well, if you insist.
as well. So these are for Alberic's army. 4 will do for now. I like to keep you guys all together, so
It shall come to pass.
put you in there. I think. All right, yeah, they will get replenishment here. Inside this territory, or at least this close to the settlement.
My reputation precedes me.
All right, so we'll have to deal with the rebellion there. Unassigned skill points area. Oh, okay. Just leveled up. I'm gonna go with here. Comet of Cassandora, Chain Lightning, Earthing. Yeah, I guess we'll go Chain Lightning for now. Somebody else is leveled up here.
Strength and honor.
Yes.
Alright, good. Ragnarsson. Let's go with that. Just get all this stuff leveled up.
I will not.
Couple enemy agents, eh? Are gonna be a pain in the ass.
True knight of Bretonnia.
Most likely.
Death before dishonor.
A few more turns. All the Rollo's troops there. Let's have you come down
Your
to
coming was
here.
foretold. I have seen the
Moving.
way.
Yeah, I do want to secure this province, but it's a little bit of a pain in the ass at the moment. Though we're preventing the rebellion. I mean, maybe it's better to just let the rebellion happen, so we can deal with it right away. Because as soon as we move those armies... Alright, so... Tilia has taken this settlement, so I don't really want to come down here and take this if we can't secure the whole province, which we no longer can. So I think we'll leave this to our allies, which I think, I mean, they seem more than capable. The orcs are getting beat up pretty bad for the most part. They're really, yeah, kind of spread out now where they are. They've got some territory in the mountains here. Let's go diplomatic status, but yeah, their kind of kingdom has been sort of split in two, and the dwarves and some of these empire factions are slowly weeding them out. So I think for Faye and company, actually, so I've been wanting to do this actually for a little while, because it just really doesn't make sense for
My journey continues.
Her to have those units in her
Lord
army.
and hero. It shall be so.
Ah, shit. I didn't want to put her in the settlement.
I hear the winds.
Faith is my armor.
Fey enchantress.
Valiant lord.
Alright, so you should be there, and then this way we can actually get
If the
a
lady
bonus
wills
with these knights. And
Very
force march
well,
you into Schwarzhofen so you can get a little bit of replenishment. And then we should probably get some more troops for these armies. And then Ironside, you can take your time catching up. I just want to get you
Taking my leave.
to full strength as well.
I will indulge.
So, what I think I want to do is I want to build these armies up a little bit, and then move to take Drakenhof and Tempelhof. And then these guys up here,
My strength and wisdom are yours.
just hang out for now.
For now, oh yes.
Let
I have
Ragnar,
seen your heart.
Lothbrok, and Valkyrie maybe enter the fray over here. Take some of this vampire territory as well. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing to come in and scoop up. I mean, the vampires are kind of split up a little bit too. Sort of. Don't know where all of their forces are. But I think if we enter this fight with the vampires, helping the Empire, is Empire actually at war with the vampires? That's the question. They're not. That's surprising. Who actually is Manfred at war with? Just the orcs and chaos. Interesting. Well, hopefully if we declare war on them, we can actually bring our allies
We
into
have
the
met
fight.
before.
Noble. It shall be so.
Alright, is this army inside the settlement or... No, he's just outside the settlement.
Certainly not.
Devotee of the lady.
Anyway, oh, son of a bitch, we don't have enough fucking movement to get there. How about Louen? You got enough movement?
I shall do what I can.
Not quite. We come down and take that though, I think. Yeah, we should be able to take this settlement. So,
Slay them.
that's exactly what we're gonna do.
I am the blood of Gilles.
To victory.
We'll
Strike them down.
just bring everybody over.
What is your behest?
Bring Valkyrie over, more so just to get the experience. We definitely don't need her in this fight, but
Do you know who I am?
it's not a bad idea to get her leveled up.
Your
if we
coming
can.
was foretold.
For Bretonnia, honor and glory.
Alright, so we'll fight this. We'll take next to no damage in a manual resolve. The auto resolve might not be as favorable. Like these archers to be at full strength before we go ahead and siege the fortress next turn. So just take a moment and then we'll probably end the episode. Again, a little bit of a shorter episode, but so long as everything goes well with my move this weekend, get everything moved out nice and smooth and get settled into the new place and then come back and clean up the old place, make sure everything is good. I'm hoping by Sunday I can start recording full time again at the new studio and yeah, get some longer episodes for this series and start really pushing for completion of the campaign. So, which, if we can keep our alliances I don't think it'll be too far off. The areas that are gonna be the big concern are Norska and the Dark Elf territory, because those are all the terrain is unsuitable and could be a real pain in the ass. Though I feel like our armies should perform pretty good against the Dark Elves, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that, but
Hail!
you guys, one of you is on foot, eh?
Paladin of Bretonnia!
Hopefully we can get you leveled up.
Lances down!
Ever faithful!
Noble and pious!
Alrighty, not that we really need the magic.
Paladin of Bretonnia!
You guys just stay there.
Boundless valor!
It should come to us, I think.
Bring death to them!
And just come over here.
Priestess of the lady! Your behest! It is done!
The Pegasus Knights, I definitely don't think we need them here for this. Don't wanna take any unnecessary damage on them. Same thing with the Grail Knights. We're trying to get these guys back to full strength. I mean, this is really not.
Lord of Bretonnia!
For fuck's sake. I should have grouped the archers.
Chivalrous fools!
Peasant bowmen! We are ready!
There we go.
Peasant bowmen!
Let's just move up a little
my
bit.
lord.
For the lady! Charge!
King Louen Leoncoeur! Wise indeed! I am king!
I serve the lady!
Whoa, what are you guys doing? Where's our healing mage? Let's get let's heal these guys a little bit.
Come unto me!
Guys can take out these archers. Yeah, this was a really sloppy battle on my part, despite it being like overwhelmingly in our favor. I just see, look at this fucking, look at the damage we took on that fucking archer unit.
Vanquish them!
Dios mio. Still half asleep, I think.
Kill the lady's
I don't know, I was up way later than I should have been last night. Anyway, there we go. Took some damage on these guys, unfortunately. Alright, so a bit of a boring episode, I apologize guys, and a bit of a sloppy battle there. I mean, maybe auto-resolve would have been better than that, actually, now that I think about it. Just if you're not sharp, because of the extra range on their archers, then yeah, something like that'll happen. Anyway, feeling a little dozy. It's probably better that we don't fight any major battles here right now while I'm sort of half fucking asleep. Alright, so we will occupy
You seek the lady's
and
favor.
just see if we can hold on to this province here, which would be really great. A couple of our heroes leveled up there.
King Louen Leoncoeur.
Your coming was
Nobody
foretold.
else. But yeah, we'll take Tor Accra next turn. Oh right, I guess this army wouldn't be in the settlement because they're two different factions. That kind of makes sense. Anyway, I'm kind of hoping we can take the Sword of Cain here. with
My blade is
Uhtred,
ready.
not Uhtred, but
Protector
Ragnar
of
the
the Realm.
Fearless. Thinking that wouldn't be a bad thing at all. Though we've got to keep an eye on the public order, make sure we can hold our settlements. But I think we'll be fine. I mean, we can always put generals in places where public order is a little bit of an issue. But anyway, so we'll have this siege next episode, I'm hoping. And we'll just start preparing for war versus Manfred. Try and take some of that territory from him. And in the desert, the war with chaos. Just continue to, we'll just build up our forces here a little bit. And hopefully we can get some building done in the next little while. I mean, a little bit of a slower episode. It feels like we didn't get much done, but we did have one major coup, and that was the alliance with the Lizardmen. So that should actually help us quite a bit because they're ranked #1. And I mean, if we don't have to come over here and take all of Lustria, then once we have Uthwan, we can just finish. We can focus on this corner of the map, which is a big fucking corner of the map, and this area in the north. Hopefully in the meantime we can secure some of this stuff. Though I guess there is all this, so yeah, I don't know. It just depends on how far we want to go. Do we want to finish this camp and do we want to get the full map? I mean, it's still quite a bit. Anyway, longer episodes are coming, guys. I hope that's okay. I hope you guys are good with that. And yeah, I will see you next time in episode 72, I think. Have yourselves a great day. Ragnarok out.